And we should be live.
Ooh.
What's up, dude?
Hey, how's it going, guys? How's it going?
Hope everyone enjoyed their Guy Fawkes, if you celebrate that.
I forgot that existed.
Dude, even me. Cool. Lind, we have some NFT projects to go over, don't we?
Yes, we do. We do.
Okay, I'll start on my end with some funky looking crypto dads. And these are 10,000 randomly generated and unique art pieces, carefully chosen by some of the greatest dads themselves. Each dad found themselves in the midst of a midlife crisis and fell into the dark abyss of shitcoins and expensive JPEGs of rocks. Some made it out with diamonds, others never recovered. And it kind of reminds me of the art style. I don't know if you've ever seen that TV show Bob's Burgers.
Oh, yes, I have.
Yeah, I get that kind of vibe from it. And I think it's might be inspired by that. You get like the basic sports dads and fisherman dads and hipster dads. And it's also it's a weird thing to point out, but like, you know, most NFT projects, the characters facing right. These are facing left, so just to me it looks a little unusual, which pulled my eye to it in the first place.
I've actually never paid attention to that. Wow.
I found my favorite one. It's the tinfoil hat.
Oh, wild.
Yeah.
Okay.
The floor price is 0.2 ETH, which is not too bad at all.
Okay.
I mean, it's not a makeoverse or anything, but a few days ago it had a average price of 3, so it's definitely dropped off since then. Must have been like a big sale pump somewhere online.
Yeah.
Cool.
I like the tinfoil head dad.
Yeah.
Could relate somehow. Okay, cool, dude.
Next one I found was Chill Frogs. I'm not sure if you've seen this one before.
I'd like to see first.
Chill Frogs are a collection of 6,000 generative frog NFTs. And apparently they just had a major roadmap upgrade.
Oh, okay.
So they're going to start implementing and building on into like the metaverse that they're trying to build. There's just something about the simple art style of this that drew my attention. Like the first thing that I thought of was, wow, this is just one of those like shitty Illustrator things. But like, I think it exists in a space that's in between like crappy and fantastic. It's like that shitastic kind of vibe there.
Yeah.
Just something that's like crafted enough that made it look like reasonably okay.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know, there's just something like super simple about it that drew my eye. I like the one that looks like super dazed.
Got a Medium article and everything.
Yeah. There's an astronaut frog.
A moon frog.
Moon frog, yeah.
Everything's.
Only 1% has these astronaut shirts, which is pretty wild.
It's quite cool.
Oh. This has a floor price of 0.1 ETH, so cheaper than the crypto dads.
Yeah.
And over the last 90 days, seems like it could be on the rise again.
Yeah.
Might be something worth watching. Cool. The next one to me, I know we just referenced Makeverse, and this one to me looks like a very similar project. I'm not sure if they existed at the same time in their creation, or if this was made after that, but
Yeah.
there's 6.9 thousand of them, and they all have these loading animations. Like, they haven't been minted yet.
Okay.
And they've got a floor price of 0.16 ETH. And it says here they were forged in the metaverse. So, like, already playing with metaverse, makerverse. I'm not sure if this is just like not a clone of the project, but like someone trying to cash in on their success.
Yeah.
And then apparently holding one of these Trooper grants the owner access to members-only benefits, as well as exclusive physical and virtual merch from the Horizon project. So, like, a lot of projects say that it gives you like access to member-only benefits, but they don't really say what those benefits are. Like, it could be like a one-on-one Discord chat with the owner. Like, what if people don't really care about that? What if they care about custom merch or 3D printed toys and things like that?
Yeah.
In terms of activity, it's nothing really much has happened since the project hasn't really launched yet. But if you are interested, you can get one for 0.16 ETH. Might be worth a quick flip once it does take off.
Yeah.
Second to last project I was looking at is the Color of Code. This one stuck out to me because there's only 44 of them, so it's handcrafted, but each one is compiled from, I think it's like 10,000 lines of code, or 1,000 lines of code generates each one.
Okay.
Just very interesting artistic styles. Like, this seems to be like a few, there's probably like 10 different styles, and then whatever they use to variate the code generates the different colors of the artwork.
Yeah. It's kind of cool. It's quite interesting.
Yeah, I just thought this stood out to me compared to the other usual portraits that we see.
Yeah.
And they have a floor price of 0.8, so it's quite high. But I think there's only 44 of them, so people who are interested are going to snap these up quite quickly.
Yeah.
And I think if it hasn't fully mooned, it's on its way to mooning. Because the project's been dead for the last few days, and now there's some spike in interest here.
Yeah.
And then the next one I'm going to talk about kind of goes into a project that I found. I'm not sure how long this has been around, probably for a while, but it's called Zedrun. And what's interesting about this is it's a JPEG of a horse, PNG of a horse, just a picture of a horse. But what this horse actually provides you is the ability to generate more income. These NFTs basically allow you to race on like a virtual horse racing game.
That sounds interesting.
Yeah, and if you have two of them, if you have like a male and a female, you could send the male to like you could send the male to a stud farm. I didn't understand it at the time. Yeah, so like if you have, you can rent them out to stud farms or send them to stud farms or impregnate your racehorse, things like that, and you can like build like a whole long generational successful horse racing thing like on the blockchain.
Yeah.
And it's built on the it's built on the Matic network, so like transfer fees are like non-existent. So floor price of 0.012 ETH, so very cheap for a horse. 144,000 people, or there's 144,000 NFTs at the moment. So I think it's something very interesting how you can breed more, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So you like mint more and more of them, like obviously for a fee, but hella interesting. Like, its interest has been on a bit of a decline, but I don't know if that's because of crypto markets in general, or if the price of minting new horses goes up over time. But 34,000 ETH have been traded in this project, and that's just for like the NFTs. If we have a look at the actual project itself, you see like a Twitch stream here of actual horse races.
Okay.
And then like all you need to do is open up a stable, which is basically like a wallet, and that's where your NFTs on horses live and stay.
That's kind of an interesting concept, I have to say.
Yeah, very interesting. I like how this one horse is called Stud Muffin. So yeah, I thought this was a really interesting, unique NFT project that is actually.
Don't you think?
Yeah.
Sorry to.
No.
It's like, don't you think online gambling is about to get like revolutionized
Yeah.
with this? That's basically gambling.
100%.
To a certain extent. Well, the other side of it. I'm sure there's people that are able to actually bid on it, right?
I think so.
So
Yeah.
if I am a fan of your horse and I know I can't buy it, let's say it costs like 3
Yeah.
I'd rather just like bet on your horse. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm sure there's possibilities. Actually, I want to see where this project's gonna go. It's actually quite interesting.
The highest last sale was 110 ETH.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm not sure.
Sure.
I'm not sure if that horse is just like a winner. Must be.
And the horse doesn't die, which is quite cool, unless you have to feed it with something.
No, I don't think it does die. You don't need to take it out back or anything.
Yeah, I'm just like, trying to figure out, which is quite cool. Did we really are in the metaverse, eh?
We're getting there.
I swear.
Like, imagine, I don't know if this came out during like the major lockdowns last year.
Yeah.
But like, I could imagine some kind of people addicted to horse gambling could like really get into something like this.
Yeah. It's like almost a year late, but
Yeah.
if it wasn't around,
And
in terms of popularity, yeah.
I think this kind of project you could apply this to any kind of sport.
Yeah.
You can buy a race car or buy a 100-meter athlete or something that's generated
dude,
by code. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. You've played FIFA, right?
Yeah. Horrible at it.
So like, there's like a career mode or a manager mode. Where,
Yes.
Dude, imagine that applied to crypto.
Or like fantasy sports vibes.
Yeah, yeah. This is wild, bro.
Yeah.
Sure.
And
I can't wait until that happens.
need to get in on that.
Yeah, dude.
Just one more thing I wanted to talk about was the NFT takeover the last week in New York City.
Oh,
So
yes.
the NFT festival has been going since 2019, so it's been going for quite a while now, but
Okay.
this year was such a massive explosion in popularity and turnout and stuff. Like, you sent me that, I think it was a Twitter video of that Bored Ape Yacht Club had basically recreated the whole swamp in real life, and people who owned Bored Ape NFTs got able to like go inside and chat to other investors, chat to celebrities, things like that.
Yeah.
And it was like this huge event with like 600 speakers across 6 venues, like 5,500 people attended basically.
Yeah.
It was just crazy money. Like, and I joined one of the Twitter live spaces the other night, just chatting to some of the guys running the event and part of the event, and they were saying this looks big now. This is just the beginning.
Yeah.
And it'd be really cool to see more of these events pop up around the world.
Yeah.
Like as more and more places open up and as more and more people get involved in the space, it's just a matter of time before physical borders like break down, I think.
Yeah.
Like the more the metaverse and things expand.
Yeah. This is wild, dude.
Yeah. I also read an interesting article today about semi-fungible tokens.
Yeah.
So it's not a full NFT. But, okay, so if you take $1 and if I have $1 and you have $1, we trade them.
Yeah.
They're fungible. They have the same value.
Yeah.
If I give you a CryptoPunk and you give me a picture of your cat, they're not the same thing.
Yeah.
They're non-fungible. And
Yeah.
so someone was talking about the use case of semi-fungible. So say the Beatles were still around, and they're having a final concert next week Friday,
Yeah.
and you bought a ticket in section A, Golden Circle.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Before the concert, that ticket is fungible. Like, you can swap it for another
Yeah.
ticket in the same area, and it would get you the same thing.
Sheesh.
Once
Yeah.
that event has happened, that ticket becomes a memorabilia collectibles item, and
Yeah.
henceforth becomes non-fungible,
Yeah.
which I thought was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's an interesting, because that's actually a thing. Scalpers do that. I remember for the J. Cole concert when he was here in anything. It doesn't have to be specifically for that concert, but I remember paying attention or being a bit worried because I think one of my friends hadn't got one. And he was like, dude, I'll just find it when I get there. There's always a guy that sells it last minute, and the longer I wait, the cheaper this ticket to get, you know.
Yeah.
And I was like, sheesh, dude, you're quite like ballsy for being able to do that. And what if you stuck outside? He's like, no, I won't be. There's always somebody that's trying to sell the ticket. And he ended up buying the ticket, and then I was like, dude, what if it doesn't work? You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
he was like, oh, he was willing to take the risk, and it actually did work, and he got in.
Yeah.
Long story short, I just thought to myself, that's quite risky, but with like blockchain stuff, it would be quite like simple to sort of get that off, and scalpers would be able to actually like operate a bit better, you know.
Yeah.
Think what you may about them, but this sort of helps them out.
Yeah. Okay. Do you have any projects you want to go over?
Yes. Give me a second. Share my screen. I hope I'm not gonna butcher this pronunciation. So I'm not gonna try. Yeah, I'm really terrible at. I don't even know what language this is.
Spanish.
Yeah. So it's basically I had seen this one before, which I think is either Cardi B or Meg Thee Stallion.
Okay.
I think it's Meg Thee Stallion from that rap music video.
Yeah.
I think this artist might have started off or has done other stuff, but like sort of this caught on. So I've seen it on Twitter.
Yeah.
And then it makes sense. Most digital artists are sort of starting to sell NFTs, which that's the thing about NFTs that's really bringing mainstream adoption to crypto, is that people sort of understand it a bit easier,
Yeah.
which is quite nice. And so yeah, so he or she has their own collection, which is quite cool. They've got a very distinct art style. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which sets them apart from everyone else. It's only 20 items. Floor price is 12.
Jeez, that's crazy.
Yeah, I honestly, I possibly think this. I know I've said what I've said about like it's art at the end of the day, but I think this might be not necessarily worth 12, but like it might be worth its money, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Because it's just so different. You see it once and you can't forget it.
Yeah.
It's one of those art styles. It's just you see it once and you'll see something like this and you'll know they're either copying it or he was influenced by this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which is quite cool.
There's some. This reminds me of the Venus statues of Venus, just like the.
Oh, sounds familiar somewhere.
And like reminds me of those African fertility statues and things like that. Something that celebrate female form and things.
Yeah.
Very cool though.
Cool. Yeah, I kind of like it. I think it's fairly new.
Sure.
Yeah, we will see. Okay, cool. So the next one is Playboy Rabbit's official.
Okay.
Basically, I think sort of something that's inspired by the Playboy logo.
Yeah.
So it's theme civilization. I thought it was kind of interesting how they're just pouring off that and they're making their own thing and people are actually lining up for it, which is quite nice to
Yeah.
see. Um, let's just go back to the items, yeah, which is quite nice to see. It's not really badly done either. You can tell they've spent quite a bit of time trying to craft this, which is quite cool.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, man, it looks like a Batman Playboy.
It's pretty cool. And they don't have any issues with like using the Playboy name or anything.
We'll find out. I think we're still it's still early days for this crypto stuff. Honestly, the way I
That's
see it,
true. Yeah.
someone's gonna learn the hard way, and it's gonna set
Mm.
the well, not necessarily, maybe not the hard way, but we're gonna learn somehow, and it's gonna set the precedent for everything else. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So up until then, we'll see how it goes, and it's also a bit tough to sort of track it down on who created this
It's true.
to a certain extent. So
I'm sure it's easy enough just to generate shit, like a new MetaMask thing, and you don't need
yeah,
KYC for
yeah,
non-custodial wallets like that.
yeah. So we'll see. I wouldn't be surprised if they crack down. These are actually quite cool.
Yeah.
Actually quite cool. The colors are quite cool in this one.
I like the fur.
Yeah,
That's pretty cool. I dig that.
yeah. Anyway, so there's that, and then the last project is Astro Friends,
Wow, that's cool.
which is yeah. I just for me, it's always art. I rarely even read what's happening. Yeah, I look at art. I look at price. I forgot to actually show how much this was. This was relatively cheap too.
Okay.
Not cheap. Relatively low to what you can see a crypto project to be.
Yeah.
They do have 12K of them. It's a bit too much, but hey, who knows? Yeah, it's okay. I mean, there's more than 12,000 people in this world, so
Yeah.
I think it's just it's higher than the norm. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think for myself, I would get this if it was a bit cheap. Well, no, yeah, a bit cheaper. This is kind of like in my way out, where I'm willing to shell out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Cash and not expect a profit and just be like, "Hey, I own that."
Yeah.
Um,
I wonder what makes these deflationary.
they say it's deflationary.
Yeah.
Oh wow! I also do wonder. Do they have a website? They do. Let's actually do that for a change. Club.
Wow, that zombie one is cool.
Yeah.
Iron Man.
Yeah. That's quite cool. This makes club benefits feature.
Burn your bull and receive 2 burger NFTs. Oh, that's that's hectic.
Yeah.
Royalties from secondary sales will be used to buy bulls back and burn them. Okay. The bulls that are burnt will be removed from circulation forever. Hectic.
Sheesh.
I like the llama ones coming out.
Oh yeah.
Owning an Astro Bull will give you priority access to mint subsequent Astro friends. That's cool.
Okay. That's kind of cool. Merge drops. Sheesh. Actual roadmap and stuff.
Yeah.
Interesting. I'm gonna actually want to read this up later.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I just like the art, guys. I'm that guy on the street that doesn't research much on the project. I just look at it. It's actually on the down, but I really don't think it's that bad. It might go lower. Who knows? Sure, and because it's deflationary, it actually might be worth quite a bit.
Yeah.
And yeah, excuse me.
No, I was just gonna say it could spike like another day or something.
Yeah,
Like if it does spike, yeah.
yeah. I actually thought to myself, I'm thinking to myself right now, is that would it be worth? What do you think of this idea? So I'm just gonna pitch this to you. You have an NFT project, right?
Yeah.
And you say hey, but buying
Yeah.
one NFT gives you like a 10% discount. You know what I mean? And you can stack them maybe like two, three times
For the
on
next
the
one.
next NFT that hasn't been like minted. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
That's sort of let's say like the makeoverse thing that people like to manually mint them themselves, right?
Yeah.
So you sort of do a thing where people have to do that, but like if I buy one, I can get a 10% discount on the next one, and I buy and when I have two, I've got 20%. You know what I mean? You can stack it maybe two times, three times. Obviously, you don't want to get like a full on 50 or 90% discount, you know.
Yeah.
Um, and or you make it a 5% and people can stack it all the way up to 30.
Yeah.
However, I think that's kind of an interesting sort of way to incentivize people to mint more than one and make it worth their while.
Then the more you buy, the more you save.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, that's what I've got as far as NFTs for this week. I really like this Astro Friends.
That's really awesome, dude.
Yeah. Is there a way where you can trade NFTs? Like a legitimate way of going on one and being like, hey, I want this, I'll swap you for this one I have. I
You
wonder
could
if,
you could probably contact the owner
yeah,
and make a private swap if you
yeah,
both swap your wallet addresses.
yeah. But that's not trustless, that's the problem. Um,
Yeah, like
I,
I could say, hey Lint, I'll give you this really cool NFT
yeah,
if you give me yours first.
yeah. I was hoping
Yeah.
for like a trustless platform. I think OpenSea at some point will probably have that. It makes sense. Like if I would mark this, say I'm open to like I can sort of like make an offer or whatever. There's like a
Yeah.
trade.
Trade.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which is quite interesting. I think that's kind of also cool. So you don't have to actually lose any ETH or that sort of thing, and you can swap
Yeah.
what you have for what the other person wants.
Yes. Yeah, that's a cool idea.
Yeah, it's popped into my head. I do have a crypto um, project that I want to share.
Okay.
I don't know. Are we at that point of the stream?
Yeah, let's do it.
Cool. Give me a sec.
Cool.
Let's find it. So it's basically. So please fact check me on this. I just
Cool.
I like the idea of it. I'm not exactly sure of the nitty gritty details of it, but it's basically crypto court,
Yes.
which is like decentralized arbitration and um, jury sort of jury work, which is quite cool, in my
Mm.
opinion. I looked into the jury stuff, which I was quite interested to see how they've sort of made that.
Whoa.
Okay. Oh, it's because I have it open here. Never mind. I have it open. I had it open earlier. So you can basically go to see court. You can become a juror, join a court, and you can choose which sort of which expertise you can lend yourself to, and you have to stake a certain amount of PNK, which is my pick for the week, by the way.
Okay.
You can stake a certain amount of PNK. Um, so let's say I say I want to sort of do English code stuff, or I
Yeah.
need a minimum of 3,900 PNK, and PNK itself isn't that expensive. When I check, it's like $0.8.
$0.8. Okay.
Yeah,
For one.
yeah, for one.
Mm. Okay, so if I wanted to join court, what is like the minimum
Oh,
amount
point
of
one. Sorry, I don't know where I saw
point
it.
one?
8. Yeah, point
Okay.
one, which is quite cool.
So I'd need $320 to get 3,200 to be part of that English one.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
And yeah, these like the video production one is quite expensive.
Hmm.
Um, but there's cheaper ones, like which one is the, I think it was the data analysis or the curation. I
Okay.
don't know why my internet is slow all of a sudden. Um, but yeah, these cheaper ones, yeah, like the curation was 3,100, and then the data analysis was 700. You know what I mean? So maybe you could
Yeah.
start with this one, and see sort of how it works. Try it out with this. The R rewards that you get. Each coherent vote you will receive 0.1 E. Still not sure exactly how that works, but I think it's if like you kind of vote right with a bunch of other people, you'll
Yeah.
get 0.1 ETH, which is quite cool.
Okay. What is ETH now? Like $4,600. So
I
that's
think so.
$460. Okay.
Sheesh, that's not bad
Um,
for.
I could be way off.
Yeah, hold on. Let me actually check. I think that depends on how easy it is to actually get that coherent vote. That's
Yeah.
the thing. That if it's
Mm.
super difficult, then maybe yeah, $462. Where was I? Here. Let me just close these tabs.
So if you side with the majority
Yeah, I
of
think so. I think
the
that's how it
jury,
goes. Yeah,
how are they getting that ETH?
I'm not sure. That's where I think we kind of need to figure that out and like dig deeper.
Yeah.
I guess this is not the channel for that.
Yeah.
Do your own research, please, because we haven't done it for you. We're just exposing you to to, to the wonderful world of crypto. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I would think I'm more how much do I lose type of guy, and then I'll
Yeah.
check it out, and then if it works, I'm like, okay, let me actually see how it works before I go up the ladder,
Yeah.
of to video production,
Yeah.
and then I'll sort of like see how it goes, because sometimes I think I've been around crypto long enough to sort of I've seen a lot of projects make a lot of sense but not deliver.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I want to sort of see something that delivers first, and then
Mm.
go research how it works. I know it sounds a bit sketch because I'm risking money here,
Yeah.
but also at the same time, if it's like a low, like if it's like a night out, or you know what I mean, it's
Mm.
worth of money. I'm willing to risk that a little bit and
Yeah.
see what happens. And to learn how this thing works. It's kind of like how I got introduced to Nick. So I put a little bit in, and I'm like, hey, okay, cool, I've got rewards. Okay, let's see how this actually works. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I spent like a whole week on a rabbit hole trying to find projects like it and why I should be
Mm.
comfortable with Nixo,
Yeah. Wow, this one
And
compared to others.
yes. So that's kind of like my approach, which is not this necessarily the best approach. But my thing is that if I don't risk a lot, I don't mind losing like that little bit. So I'll look for the lowest share, which I would know like in a decent amount on.
Yeah.
Um, and then sort of this 700 PNK for me seems a bit, yeah. It's what, $92. That's not that bad.
No.
That's
In
not
the
that bad.
in the long run.
Yeah, yeah. Anyway, so that's my pick of the week.
Okay. Um. Okay. Should we just bounce into my pick of the week then?
Yeah, wait, let me actually add it to.
Okay.
Where is actually? Should we do a review of the actual portfolio first?
Yeah. Let's look at the portfolio first.
Oh wait. Let's do yours. Sorry, no, to make it a bit like like a coherent stream. Let's do yours, and then we'll come to review, and then we'll add the actual coins.
Okay.
Sorry, dude. Yeah.
No problem. My pick of the week is a little lame,
Okay.
but I'm gonna go with the FTX token. FTX token is the token for the FTX exchange, and they've
Should I
recently.
go to?
I've got it on my side here.
Oh, okay, cool, perfect.
Yeah, I'll drop us back onto your screen just now.
Okay, cool, perfect.
FTX token, or FTX the exchange, recently sued by Jack in the Box, a fast food brand, due to the
Yeah.
use or the similarities of their new mascot that FTX has brought out called Moonboy,
Oh yes.
where he's this depressed guy who wants to get back to the moon, whereas Jack in the Box is mascot is quite like an alpha male, quite quite hectic. He's like the CEO of Jack in the Box, things like that.
Yeah.
So they're suing FTX over the fact that they have like similar large round heads and things like that.
God.
So I think all the news buzz around FTX.
For this one.
FTX might pump for a little bit. I don't know. I'm hoping for that.
Yeah. Okay.
No.
I actually don't think. I actually agree with you. With your analysis, of it being a decent token. I've actually thought of buying FTX myself just because Binance did well. You know what I mean?
Yes.
The BNB token. I know it's a launch pad and there's a lot of economics around it, but
Yeah.
what are the chances that FTX actually finds a way to make the tokenomics work for itself?
Yeah.
For its price. So yeah, I like your pick, basically. That's what I'm saying.
Thanks. Okay, let's jump back to yours.
Ooh, so that was at FTX. I found a simpler way of calculating how much $100 would cost.
Cool.
So portfolio, we're doing quite well. Here's the portfolio. MAD is up 126% since we got in. Engine Coin is doing quite well too. It's a bull season, but still, that's really good.
Yeah.
And
that was like last week,
Yeah.
Last 1 week, it's gone up 100%.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Not really, hey. Engine.
Yeah.
So, I'm looking at the 7-day thing. Oh wait, but we're not streaming on the same day. Never mind.
Yeah.
But yeah. Mysterium is up 57%. That's also quite good.
Yeah.
That's also quite good. We take it for granted how doubling your money.
Yeah.
Or almost doubling your money. And then Terra's up 25. Okay, that's kind of like normal. Starting to get into the normal realm. ODS is up. Still quite good, actually. I'm still very bullish on ODS, truth be told.
Yeah.
Sentinel is also, that's not that great, but we'll see. Anyway, let me add this week's tokens. You can still see my portfolio, right?
Yes.
Portfolio, I mean.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So 400. I'm gonna start with the PNK.
Sure. Just seeing Avalanche there on the list. Ever since it was listed on Nexo, I saw it was up like 15 to 20 something percent the last few days.
Oh, wow, serious?
Yeah.
Is there a Nexo effect happening? Wow.
I'm not sure if it's just that or if there's a lot of news around Avalanche lately.
That's wild, bro. Okay, cool. Let's go.
So $100 gets you 700.
Yeah.
Sure.
It looks like.
Only needs to go up a tiny bit for quite substantial gains then.
Yeah. Cool. The next one was FTX, right?
Yes. You'll probably get like roughly 1.5, 1.6, I think.
Okay, cool. Oh wait, what am I doing? Is it
1.58.
There we go.
Quick maths.
Cool. I'm quite impressed with the portfolio, truth be told. But we are getting like no market cap coins, in terms of numbers, and some of them are like top. I think the only top. Oh, we do have some top 100 ones.
Yeah.
We've got 3 top 100.
Those are all my picks.
That we know. My risk aversion.
Yeah. I like that. That's a good balance, I think.
Yeah, it actually is. Truth be told, quite might keep the portfolio a bit stable.
Yeah.
We need some Bitcoin, truth be told, but hey, This is more about speculation. Yeah.
Yeah. Again, not financial advice, but
Oh
I'm
yes.
I'm
Yes, yes.
considering getting some Mad token myself.
Yeah, dude. I've actually been looking for an opportunity to buy some more. I'm not gonna lie. I keep expecting the price to dump below a certain level, and it doesn't.
Yeah,
Um, so yeah, we'll see. And they've got some stuff. I'm in the Telegram group. They've got some stuff lined up that looks super bullish to me.
that's really
Um,
cool.
and we'll see where it goes. We'll see where it goes. Cool.
Awesome. Do we have anything else we need to discuss?
No,
Okay.
no, no. We should do a segment, not today, but
Yeah.
where we look at maybe like two streams that goes with like the NFT projects that we looked at then, just to sort of
Yeah.
see like where we sort of where it was at when we looked at it and where it's at now. Just to
Yeah.
sort of compare, but we'll see. I think that's a little bit harder to track, 'cause
What I'll do is I'll create like
yeah.
a Google spreadsheet where we say the
Uh,
date we looked at what project and the current
okay.
price, and
Yeah.
then we can quickly go back. But yeah, I'll
That's
remember that
good.
for next time.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Okay, cool.
Thanks, dude.
That's
I'll
good.
chat to you soon.
Cheers, guys.
Thanks, guys. Remember to like and subscribe. We'll be we'll try to post once a week, and then we're also going to start dropping short segments of all our live stream chats if you don't want to watch the full thing.
I'm seeing that come.
We're still streaming.